So David, tell us who you are.
David Melton, student in your class. I guess this is my series, partly inspired by sort of the day-to-day photos that you take. My personal spin on it was taking photos of some of the smaller, often neglected or just missed details, sort of adding a little bit of personality to it by observing those things and then sharing those things through these photos. And then as I was working on it, sort of inspired to include the second set of photos that were more, almost kind of the opposite of photos that I still enjoy, but photos that involved, kind of avoiding the details and just taking a step back and looking at something from afar. In this case, from the seat of a plane.
Okay, but this isn't. You had a hard time getting to this point, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely. When I came into it, I felt like I wanted to find something new to share and show, and had a lot of trouble finding a theme or any sort of subject that I felt comfortable pursuing, that I felt inspired, and I felt that it was meaningful enough to pursue. And then, obviously, with your helped identify a few photos that I started to show something in, and then could work on it, build upon that, and that's how this series came together. So I'm happy with the way it turned out, for sure. And in some ways, kind of had to rediscover my own photos by going through it and looking for a potential series.
And we had a conversation, I guess, about 2 weeks ago, maybe it was 3 weeks ago. There was a point at which you essentially, it looked to me like you weren't going anywhere. You were stuck in a rut. You had nothing going for you. And I just sort of asked you the question, why did you take this class? Mm-hmm. And you said?
I took the class because my girlfriend bought the class for me. And she knew that I was interested in photography, and I always enjoyed taking photos, and I've always enjoyed sharing photos with other people. But wanted to have some sort of structure to make my photos better and to be able to improve upon both like my eye, my technical skills, and everything that goes into making a good photo. Learned a lot through the course of the class, and then, like you said, got into that rut of trying to find some way of expressing what I learned at the end of it.
Okay. And just in these 2 weeks, of course, I think most of these, or perhaps even all of these, are pictures you actually took before the class started. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
But nonetheless, they weren't even candidates as of 2 weeks ago.
Correct, yes. So it's definitely a little bit of a rediscovery and sort of a reappreciation of some of the photos that I'd taken before that maybe discarded or maybe had just not considered. And then pulling photos from a lot of different times. These photos probably span almost 2 years worth of different instances, and so pulling a couple of things together from here and there, different experiences in my life, different experiences in life with the people around me, and kind of creating one simple framework around it was an interesting exercise. And I think that a lot of the skills I learned in the class and a lot of the skills I even learned putting this together can help in the future as I start to look at photos and how I take them and why I choose to take the photos that I do and which ones I choose to share. So I think it was, even if it was a look backwards, it's definitely a help, looking forward too.
Is your girlfriend here?
She is, yes. She is floating around somewhere. I don't see her currently, but I promise she's here.
I want you to introduce me to her.
Sure, of course.
So I can thank her.
Yes, of course. She's a much better artist than I am, and so she was partial consult on some of the photos and helping me to identify ones to kick out or include. So she's definitely a big part of the inspiration as well.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
This is well done.
Appreciate it. Thank you.